When we build our own catalog inside Facebook, connected with our Shopify channel or WooCommerce or whatever it is, then when that happens, you control it and you can scale it. It's really cool stuff because now, for example, when you have your catalog feed there, if somebody goes to your shop and adds an item to their cart and then doesn't purchase it for whatever reason, now you can follow them around on Facebook. I want to ask you a big question, and we talked about this before. Do you trust that Amazon is going to be there for you forever and ever, for generations to come? Or do you want to make sure that your roots are really deeply planted when it comes to your brand? It's an obvious question, and I probably know the answer to it. So if you answered that you want to plant your roots, well, let me talk about something that is going to be really ninja. You're going to have to start building your own e-commerce channel. If you don't have it yet, we need to start putting some attention on it now. Obviously, I am not one, and neither are you, to ignore this incredible platform called Amazon that has over 100 million monthly unique visitors. We're not trying to ignore that. That's not the point. But the point is that there's something going on when you do Amazon only. You do not control your future. They do. And I want you to keep that in mind at all times, because when you build your own channels off of Amazon, then you are stepping in and you are controlling your future. It's like, for example, from being an employee to being a business owner. Right now, you kind of work for Amazon. So if you want to build a business, you start building your channel off of Amazon. So what I'm going to talk about right now is actually what we call a catalog feed, a product feed. What is this? What am I talking about? When you put a pixel code on your website, how now you can continue communicating with these people. And if somebody visits your website, your e-commerce store, you can actually follow them around. And now, if they go to Facebook, if they go to Instagram, they see your ads. And all this stuff happens dynamically. Now, it's not magically dynamically. You gotta put in some work. There's one thing that you gotta do, which you only do it one time, and every time that you update your catalog equals your brand, your products. If you add a new product, you need to update the catalog. If you, just like on Amazon, if you need to update the listing, you need to go in there and manually update it. So there has to be some updating as your brand evolves. Or let's say, for example, that you have a looser product, well, you're gonna have to go in there and update what we call the catalog feed. What is a catalog feed? What is a product feed? They're the same words right here. Basically, it's a CSV file. It's a file. It's a text file that is on several different formats that, Facebook is going to allow it. The main one that you guys are familiar with is a CSV, comma separated values. That's what CSV stands for. It's a type of document that has titles of your products, descriptions of them, the prices, and everything about it, okay? It's like the information about your catalog in a single document about everything that your brand owns. What you're going to do right now is actually learn how to grab that catalog feed from your e-commerce shops and upload it into Facebook. So now you can turn on something that is really powerful that is called dynamic product ads. Dynamic product ads are one of the biggest advancements when it comes to the social media marketing world, because now whatever's happening on e-commerce, on your own shops outside of Amazon, actually continues outside of Facebook. Now, granted, Amazon does a good job of doing this for us, but we don't control it. I have seen many times how, for example, they are targeting non-stop people back on Facebook that have just visited their Amazon store, but they do this themselves. We cannot really scale that. We don't have any control over this. So when we build our own catalog inside Facebook, connected with our Shopify channel or WooCommerce or whatever it is, then when that happens, you control it and you can scale it. It's really cool stuff because now, for example, when you have your catalog feed there, if somebody goes to your shop and adds an item to their cart and then doesn't purchase it for whatever reason, now you can follow them around on Facebook. If somebody goes to your cart and now purchases a product, you can follow them on Facebook or on Instagram and upsell them a new product and thank them. Thank you very much for being my customer. I want to give you a 10% discount on your next purchase. Here's this awesome product for you to consider. And here's a video describing what the product is about. Guys, communicating with your customers is the most powerful and effective way of growing. Do you know that in general, 80% of any company's revenue is recurring revenue. Did you know that? You might have not known that. The thing about Amazon is that it has such a big pocket of people that, you keep on getting sales and it keeps on growing like crazy. It snowballs. But we are missing out of the recurring revenue that exists with people that are buying your products over and over. Because if you know your products are good, then people are gonna keep on buying them and they're gonna keep on recommending them to other people. So missing out on the potential of recurring revenue is a big mistake for any entrepreneur. Dynamic ads makes it possible for you to keep on getting new customers and keep on having your funnels in place, while at the same time, you're maximizing the potential of people that are already trusting you. They already opened up their wallets to you. They gave you their money. They gave you their credit card. They said, I trust you. I'm gonna buy this product from you. Here's my credit card so you can actually use my money and keep on growing your brand, and I'm gonna use your product. Guys, nothing is more valuable. No one is more valuable than your existing customers. So when you use dynamic ads, you can actually continue communicating with existing customers, retarget them even if they haven't bought in 300 days. You can now say like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope that you're doing fantastic. I want to give you some more information about what's going on. And guess what? We have a new product launch. I'm sure that you're getting some ideas here about this. This is actually really powerful, guys, because if you have an Amazon brand or an e-commerce brand, a big chunk of your money when it comes to advertising should get directed towards retargeting and using dynamic ads, which we call evergreen campaigns. Why do we call them evergreen? Because you set them up to continue running. For example, you can set them up to continue running and target people that have visited your website in the last 7 days. So it dynamically updates last 7 days. You can do every 14 days. You can do the last 30 days. You can do people that have not visited your shop in the last 90 days. Depending on your brand, some of your items are items that are more like people buy them consistently, like supplements. So dynamic ads is amazing for supplements. But then there's brands that are like clothing, great for clothing. And then there's other items, like for example, when you have a kitchen line, cross-selling another product through dynamic ads is really, really powerful. This is something, guys, that I'm telling you, once you get used to it and you know how to use it correctly, it's going to help you explode your brand. Because now you can continue to communicate with these people nonstop based on the traffic that you're generating on the shop.